Hello everybody, welcome back to our channel, Smishek's Custom Bakes. This is Rick Smishek again. Funny, huh? Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We offer a color that we call Chingalingous. That name comes from a tech sergeant that I knew in the Air Force. He would use Chingalingous, Chingaloid, and Chinga something else. So everybody always forgot the third one. So maybe only those two were important anyways. But Chingalingous is something like thingamajig, something like that. Okay. Well, that's what we named. It's not really a color. It's just what we do with all of our remelts. Okay. Here's a four cup measuring cup that's full of stuff that I already cut up and broke up, whatever. And we're gonna remelt this and then shoot it into our molds. We sell this stuff $1 cheaper than we sell our other stuff for. So if a bag of say 7-inch ribbon tails is $4.99 on the website, if you go over to Chingalingous and look at that, it's $3.99. Okay, for the same thing, except you don't get to pick the color. You just get whatever it comes out of. Whatever this turns out, that's what you get. See, and so we never know how this is going to look, and neither will you until it gets to your doorstep. All right. But this is usually turns out a color, green, some shade of green. With this one, yeah, I'm not so sure. There's not a lot of greens in there, but there's some black. So we'll see how this turns out. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start this in the microwave, and I'm going to go 2.5 minutes start. That's a big cup there. All right, talk about a couple other things. Just this week we got labels for our bait bags. So now we can send. Now when you order baits, they won't just have a card sitting in there. You're still going to get a card though, okay? But now they will have our company logo on the bag. Exciting times for us, huh? And then this also. Oh, see, this is some of the stuff that we cut up for Chingalingous. It has some old sprues in it. It also has some of the plugs we made for the color palette page. So that's where that Chingalingous stuff comes from. The other thing is the bag of samples. All right, here we go again. Dang it, I forgot to look that up on which video that we showed that in. No worries, we'll do that next time. All right, promise. But when we get to 50 subscribers, we're going to do the raffle. We might have a couple other things to put in with this raffle. I am going to put in a couple bags of Chingalingous. I'm not sure how many. But if this other item shows up before we get to 50 subscribers, we'll throw one of those in too, and we'll show you when they get here. But for now, we're waiting on that stuff to heat up. We're going to shoot. I have molds lined up to shoot. This is the baby frog, the little 1 3/4 inch frog. These are the mud bugs from Do It. These are the 3.5 inch tubes from Enforcer, and these are the 3 stick bait molds, 4, 5, and 6 inch from Bait Junkies. And then we have our injectors lined up and ready to go. So when this stuff is heated up, we'll be right back and we'll show you what color it is. All right? Hey everybody, welcome back. We've got our plastisol heated. You can see that it's kind of this one's, I don't even know what kind of color to call that. Kind of a purplish sort of plum color maybe kind of a plum color. Maybe that's what we've got going on here. All right? We're going to shoot them into the molds here. Okay, the baby frogs and the Do It mud bugs are full. Here goes our first tube shot. Second tube shot. And we probably don't have enough plastisol in the injector. Nope, we won't have enough to do anything else. Alright, let's go ahead and this is our 6-inch stick, I think. Yeah, it is. One takes the most. Alright, do the 4-inch. Okay, and there won't be enough left in this injector. Top off all the screws. There won't be enough left here to fill that 5-inch. Top that off just a little bit as it draws down. All right, that should be good. You see, we used almost half of that in just the first round. Won't be too long. This is kind of a cool color, actually. Too bad it'd be virtually impossible to match that. Yeah, there's just so much other stuff in it. So many different glitters that help change the colors. It's just one of those things. It's probably never going to happen. Pop the plugs out. Since we do that, we'll start opening molds and see what these baits look like. See what this batch of Chingalingous is going to do. There you go. All right, those are done. We'll start opening molds. Oh, I need the Allen wrench for this. This one here. Oops. Look what he dropped. Yeah. This could be fun finding that, huh? Alright. Baby frogs coming out. Watch, these aren't the frogs. No, they are. I checked. Oh, that looks kind of cool. This might be one of the coolest colors of Chingalingous yet. All right, let's check the mud bugs. Yeah, it's kind of a brownish color, brownish reddish color. Some of these might find their way into my tackle box. All right. Check the tubes. Now I didn't remember to lube the splines of the rods in here, so these might not come off quite as well as they should. Well, there it goes. Let's do this. I never tighten the screws in these aluminum molds with the Allen wrench sitting like this. I always do it like this, because this way you don't get nearly as much leverage on that screw, and so you stand a whole lot less chance of stripping out the threads in these molds. All right, let's get these screws out. But these tubes look pretty rocking. Oops, turn these around. These ones here, we have to pop the rods loose in the back end. these here, you have to do it like this. Okay. Make sure they're all, there we go, they're all loose. Let's do the same thing with this one. Okay. There we go. All the rods are loose. All right, let's see, what do these things, oh wow. That's before I pull them off the splines. Oh, I'm liking that. I really wish I could duplicate that. Nice. Here's one. Let's get these out. I learned the hard way that I need to make sure that all these legs are pulled down before I pull the rod away. More than once I've pulled the rod away just to pull off one or two of these little legs. Okay, they're all off. Yeah, this would go a little bit quicker, this would, if I would have remembered to put a little worm oil on these things before we got started. Yeah, I'm going to pull these out. Man, this. I have to say that these molds from Enforcer, every one of them shoots like a champ. Well, there's one that I have that's a panfish mold that I have to warm it up in the wintertime. Otherwise, I can't get the tails to fill out properly. But only in the wintertime. In the summertime, she's fine. But that's not really a big deal. In the wintertime, I warm up all the molds before I shoot them. So, all right, here we go. Almost done with these, anyways. We got to pull the sticks out. That'll be the easy part. All right, here's our tubes. Okay. For a bunch of junk plastic, those sure turned out nice. You know. All right, so let's open up our sticks. Just checking them for dents, just to make sure. Those are good. Those look good too. I had molds from, and I wasn't going to mention the manufacturer, but I have a video on those molds. I had the Senko molds from Do It, and I had all kinds of issues with dents. And even though these are from Bait Junkies, and I almost never get dents. I almost never have defective baits. I still check just out of habit. But that's actually pretty darn nice color. And it's such a nice color, I might actually keep that batch for myself. We'll see. I'm not gonna hang this just yet. So that's how we make our Chingalingous. We never know, like I said before, we never know what color it's going to be. Usually it's a greenish color. This time you got to see something a little different than the greenish, whatever shade of green that they come out. So if you like this stuff, I think you might want to try some. Just go to our website and under the injected baits, right down at the bottom of that drop-down menu is Chingalingous, and go ahead and order yourself some. I'd be happy to ship some out to you. In the meantime, if you liked what you saw today, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button also, so that you get notifications when we put up another video. And last but not least, don't forget to share, because our moms told us to, right? Enough said today. Until next time, folks, tight lines and calm waters.